Keanu Reeves Day, the internet has spoken. Hey guys, this is your operator Alex, and today we're talking about Matrix 4 updates. Just so you know, before we get into it though, be sure to check out my blog, cyberpunkmatrix.com, for your weekly Cyberpunk content updates. Cyberpunkmatrix.com is your one-stop shop for everything Cyberpunk. And I talk about news, movies, TV shows, reviews, you name it, video games, Cyberpunk 2077, everything. I post every Saturday weekly, so make sure to check it out. You can also check me out on my Twitter, where I just share anything Cyberpunk at Cyberpunk Matrix. Okay, so let's get right into it with Matrix 4 updates. We're just gonna go through everything. First off, let's talk about the returning cast. So we got Keanu Reeves, we got Carrie-Anne Moss, we got Jada Pinkett Smith, not officially confirmed, but she's probably coming back. That's what it looks like. Lambert Wilson, and those are the people who've confirmed so far. So obviously Keanu Reeves is the Neo, Carrie-Anne Moss is Trinity. They both died at the end of Matrix Revolutions, so we don't know how they're coming back yet, but there are some theories which I'll get into later. Jada Pinkett Smith would probably obviously be Niobe again, and Lambert Wilson as the iconic Merovingian, which I loved his character. Like, his French is just so on point, his French accent. Unfortunately, we've heard news that Hugo Weaving probably will not be able to come back due to a scheduling conflict, which is really a shame, but it makes sense that, you know, for timing reasons, he can't make it, and it leaves some space for someone new, so it's exciting about that. Those are all for the returning cast that we know of. Let's get into the script now. So, the script is written by Lana Wachowski. It's not the Wachowski sisters anymore, it's just one Lana Wachowski. And Alexander Hemon, who is a novelist writer for The Lazarus Project, which is a novel that came out in 2008. He's one of the writers for the script. The other writer for the script is David Mitchell. If that sounds familiar, David Mitchell is the guy behind Cloud Atlas that was made into a movie with the Wachowskis. Also, David Mitchell is a great novelist. Those three are working on the script for Matrix 4, and it's really exciting because they all worked together in Sense8 as well, the Netflix series that ran for 2 seasons before it was canceled. So I really think that due to the director and the writers being the same, we're probably going to be able to see a lot of the same actors from Sense8, and that's really the best place that we can get clues as to what's coming from Matrix 4. Lana said this, Warner Brothers Picture Group Chairman Tommy Emmerich said this about restarting Matrix 4, because the Warner Brothers are the ones that are producing this. "We could not be more excited to be re-entering the Matrix with Lana," he says. "Lana is a true visionary, a singular and original creative filmmaker, and we are thrilled that she is writing, directing, and producing this new chapter in the Matrix universe." Then Lana came out and gave her quote about Matrix 4, saying, "Many of the ideas Lily and I explored 20 years ago about our reality are even more relevant now." Definitely agree. "I'm very happy to have these characters back in my life and grateful for another chance to work with my brilliant friends." Okay, so really exciting. Also, we have some people were coming back from the screen art. Let's see, Joffrey Darrow and Steve Scroce, I think that's how you pronounce it. They did the artwork and the storyboards for Matrix 4, for the Matrix trilogy before, and so they're coming back to do more of the visionary artwork as well. Newcomers, so we got a bunch of new, really interesting cast members that have been confirmed for Matrix 4. First one that was confirmed was Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. You may know him as Black Mantis in Aquaman, and it's rumored that he's playing a young Morpheus. So I don't know how they're coming back with, it's a sequel, it's not a prequel, Matrix 4 is, and we don't know how he's going to play a young Morpheus. Maybe it's another iteration of the Matrix, or I really don't know, maybe memories, flashbacks? We'll see, but we think that he's going to be a young Morpheus, and Lawrence Fishburne hasn't been confirmed yet, so we'll see what he's going to be. Other surprising casting choices, Neil Patrick Harris. Now, you may know Neil Patrick Harris as Count Olaf in the series, in the movie A Series of Unfortunate Events. He also played the bro Barney Stinson in How I Met Your Mother. Surprising choice to be in Matrix 4. I did not expect that, but I really respect him as an actor, so he should be great. Another casting choice they made is Jessica Henwick. Jessica Henwick is famous, of course, for Colleen Wing in The Iron Fist, and where she can kick some serious ass, and also Nymeria Sand in Game of Thrones. So she should be really good. Another surprising cast is Jonathan Groff. So I didn't know Jonathan Groff before seeing Frozen. He plays Kristoff and the reindeer Sven from Frozen, obviously the vocals only, voicing the characters. No idea who he's going to be, but he does play an FBI agent in Mindhunter, that's what I've heard. So that should be interesting. And just as I predicted, they are bringing a lot of newcomers to Matrix 4 that they've worked with Sense8. So there are three Sense8 actors that they're coming back: Toby Onwuere, Max Remelt, and Erendira Ibarra. So I don't know. I don't watch Sense8. I don't really know who those characters are that they play, but it's really exciting to see what it is. And I know a lot of Sense8 fans called Sensites or Sensies are really excited because it feels like a Sense8 reunion of sorts for Matrix 4. So we'll see. Now let's go into a quick refresher. It's been, let's see, 2003 since Matrix Revolutions came out. What exactly happened back then? Let's review, okay? So, in The Matrix Reloaded, the architect explained that the current Matrix was in fact a sixth iteration of the Matrix, meaning there were 5 different matrices that all ended for one reason or another before, the first one being a perfect world that was ultimately too perfect, and so most humans rebelled, and whole fields of crops were lost, and so on. So the architect found a way to reboot the system in cycles with Neo as the inherent anomaly coded into the Matrix itself. And so this anomaly, called Neo, has a choice to restart the Matrix or let the whole system crash, killing everyone inside. And so usually the 5 times before, Neo always chose to reset the Matrix and save humanity. And obviously the 6th time in Matrix Reloaded, he chooses to save Trinity and doom all of humanity when he chooses Trinity and love over humanity. Neo and Trinity then decide to go to the Machine City to end the war between Zion and the Machines. They surface in the Desert of the Real in Revolutions, and upon their crash landing in the Machine City, Trinity dies in the ship after getting impaled. And we don't know how she's going to survive that. It could be that she uploaded her consciousness into the Matrix before she died physically. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Neo and Trinity come back as a digital version of themselves. Obviously, so then Neo makes an agreement with the machines, goes into the Matrix, lets Smith copy him, and then he allows the machines to kill his physical body and thus destroy Smith. But again, maybe his digital consciousness survived. So then I want to go over 2 last scenes in Matrix Revolutions that kind of leaves a little bit of space for Matrix 4. First, we have a situation between the Oracle and the Architect. Okay, so Oracle says, well, now ain't this a surprise? And the Architect says, you played a very dangerous game. Change always is. Just how long do you think this piece is going to last? As long as it can. What about the others? What others? The ones that want out. Obviously, they will be freed. I have your word, she says. What do you think I am? Human, he says. And that's how Matrix Revolutions ends, with a piece where anyone who wants out of the Matrix, somehow the machines know that and let them leave. Right after that scene, we have Oracle and Sati, the artificial construct in the Matrix. So she's not human, but she looks human in the Matrix, this little girl. And so she's talking with the Oracle. And so the Oracle says, beautiful? Beautiful. Did you do that? And Sati nods. Sati says, for Neo. The Oracle says, that's nice. I know he'd love it. Then she says, will we ever see him again? And she says, I suspect so someday. Now, the Oracle is all-knowing. She knows what's coming up in the future. So she tells Sati that she thinks that they'll see Neo again someday. To me, that tells us that Neo will come back in some way or another. He did have different iterations in the Matrix, and so maybe his consciousness will return in the Matrix system.
Hear, hear.
Exactly. Now let's talk about, okay, so we've went over what happened in Matrix 3.
Yeah.
Now we need to talk about, like, what do we expect in Matrix 4? What are the things that Lana is going to revisit? So Lana had said she wanted to explore relevant themes, but which ones? Propaganda and fake news, that's totally relevant. Simulated realities and conspiracy thinking. How society can function without trust in systems of authority.
Very 1984.
Maybe, maybe Matrix 4 will be about the machines trying to lure humanity back into the Matrix to increase their energy output. Or maybe they'll change their mind about letting the humans go, or someone will break their word and attack each other. I don't know. So we'll see. We don't know what it's going to be about. It could, yeah. But we do have a release date for Matrix 4, finally, and it's going to be May 21st, 2021, which is also the same date as the release for John Wick 3, John Wick 4? How many John Wicks are there?
Why would they do both at the same day?
We don't know why they're doing both the same day, but a lot of people out there have said that this should now be May 21st is Keanu Reeves Day, because they do an amazing double feature between Matrix 4 and John Wick 4. Or John Wick 3, I don't remember how many there are. But I think probably they're going to bump John Wick to a later date. Nonetheless, yeah, so mega fans have dubbed this day as Keanu Reeves Day, and I finally just want to leave you this as one last tidbit of information that we've got. It seems like they're filming Matrix 4 in Alameda, California, because they have some signs about that, that it's, they're shooting something called Project Ice Cream, and it was rumored already that Project Ice Cream is Matrix 4. I don't know why it's called Project Ice Cream, but it's a pretty sweet name if you ask me. And then we saw that Keanu Reeves, we saw that Keanu Reeves was eating ice cream from Baskin Robbins in Alameda while filming, I imagine, Project Ice Cream, and this was confirmed to us by Susanna Robbins. Conspiracy, I don't know. But anyways, those are the main updates for now for Matrix 4. Be sure to follow me on YouTube for any more big updates on definitely cyberpunkmatrix.com or at cyberpunkmatrix on Twitter. And for now, I'm your operator, signing out. Cloud Atlas was one of his books.
Oh, I think I've seen that movie.
Yeah, it's very good.
Is that the one with Tom Hanks?
It is, and Halle Berry and a bunch of others. David, so the cyberpunkmatrix.com, check it out down in the comments below. And yeah. Oh yeah. How are we gonna do this?
Hi, I'm the wifey.
Can you stop?
No!